our folks in athletics who have done a tremendous job in terms of dealing with what have been some serious issues, and have done it in precisely the way that I would expect. In fact, that is one of the reasons that I'm standing here, is that I want to confirm to each and every one of you that our university has followed every protocol in every way as expeditiously and as forthrightly as we should and as I would expect. Indeed, as Gene mentioned, I was in China the day that I returned. In fact, when I landed in Chicago, I was informed of some of the issues that we're dealing with. We immediately had conversations, and our process went forward. And so I want to be very clear about that in no way does this university shed its responsibilities in this effort, and it has followed its protocol. Secondly of all, as I was writing over here, I love sports commentators, and someone saying, gee, it's unusual to have university presidents show up, and I would just point out to you that it is unusual. But this is an unusual time for the university, and this is an unusual coach. And this is an individual for whom I have tremendous respect. It's a university that I love. It's young people that are making an enormous difference in the world. And so I wanted to come over here and simply speak to that regard. First, let me just say that Coach Tressel and I have had an extended conversation about this. Indeed, we sat in my house for about 3 hours and talked about this issue. I can tell you that there is a great deal of grief in this man, and by that I mean he feels very sorry about this, and it has been very difficult for him because this is a man who by every fiber and by every action believes in the law of integrity also, has lived that way. And so I know that you have heard him say that he made a mistake, and indeed he did. He's learned from that mistake. We have all learned from that mistake, and nonetheless we're going forward. And as Gene said, this university is very committed to this coach. This university president is very committed to this coach. Indeed, I want to again emphasize that when we take a look at individuals at the university, we not only deal with them in particular as we do with our students or anyone else, we take a look at the body of their work. And Jim Tressel has devoted the vast decade of his life to this university. Indeed, he's had great success on the football field. And we applaud that. He's had great success in working with young people, and we applaud that. But I think equally importantly, he's had great success in building the character and reputation of this university, for which I am entirely grateful. He's done so by example. Let me just note that he and his great wife, Ellen, chaired our campaign for our library, one of the most important assets of this university. He has, in word and deed, supported our academic medical center in the larger community and beyond this community in so many other areas. He has supported and focused on hunger and has focused on our troops, made a trip to Iraq in 2009. And I know this about the coach because the fact that I talked to so many of his players, one of the great privileges of my life is an opportunity on occasion to spend time with our young people, and I've had an occasion to spend time with his young people. He teaches them devotion to one another, to larger purposes, to giving to others, to the state, to our country, and to the common good. So this is a man, by the way, who lives that dream in so many areas of his life, and so we are grateful for him. I get each fall, right before the football season starts, I get a manual from the coach. He sends it over to me, hoping that I might learn something from it. But nonetheless, in the front of that manual, he has placed the Lincoln's Gettysburg Address for each of his players to read. I think that says more about him and about us than anything that I can possibly say. So I'm very proud of our athletic department and what they do in representing this university. I'm very proud of the leadership that Gene and his team have shown to the folks who work closely with me, and most importantly, I'm very proud of our coach. And by the way, Jim, I'm very proud to call you my friend.